This is a whites-only town. White supremacists, to be specific. We said we making a...
Man, we heard you. Nobody wanna live with y'all dirty ass, no way. Keep y'all ass over there. Damn.
Well, hold on. Why y'all don't care?
Man, take y'all ass over there and go on, leave us alone. Shit, this what we been wanting.
Well, what's wrong with us? Why nobody wanna live with us? Well, this ain't no fun if y'all don't care about living.
Hell no, we don't care. We been wanting y'all ugly ass to go over there and live by y'allself. Leave us the fuck alone.
I'm confused. Well, who we gonna blame when the shit don't work out? This ain't no damn fun. The hell? Well, I guess we can start accepting some folk. Well, I think we can open up a couple spots for you. We're not gonna pay you a fair wage, but you're more than welcome. I don't like this.
Ever notice that when black people build an all-black neighborhood, it's called empowerment? But when white people build an all-white neighborhood, all of a sudden they're the triple K. You want to move away from white people because it's healing, but when we do the same thing, all of a sudden it's a problem. Sounds like the real problem isn't segregation. It's the fact that you're not the one controlling it. Y'all don't want equality, y'all want reverse Jim Crow. So when white people move in, it's gentrification. When they move out, it's called white flight. Wonder where all this energy was for Freedom, Georgia. These people don't want to live next to white people, but the second we make our own communities, then it's hate. Black-only schools are okay, apparently. Black-only neighborhoods is progress. Black-only events is culture. But the second it's white-only anything, these people just want to run, cancel it, burn it down. So segregation is only fine when you invent it? Yeah, it doesn't look like they hate racism. Looks like they just hate not being the ones in control. White people are only the devil until you need clean streets and tax-funded schools. They say that they want inclusion, but every single time that we make something for ourselves, they swarm like flies. And let's be so for real, if white people vanished tomorrow, you wouldn't have anybody else to blame. No one else to beg, just you and your own results. If white people did 10% of what y'all do, it would be considered a hate crime. But when they do it, it's called a movement. Yeah, no, sorry, we just learned how to play your own game.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and let me just start off by saying this video is not monetized because this bitch is dumb. Let me try to taper it, but I'm gonna see where I can what I can do. YouTube. Okay, starting off, black people don't have only black communities. Black people don't have only black schools or all black schools. If we do, it's not by design. It's just happenstance. We live in the same neighborhoods, go to the same schools. What are you gonna do? We don't designate them to be just black schools or black neighborhoods. Matter of fact, people move into our neighborhoods all the time. They're called gentrifiers. That's not even a word that we made up. It's a word that white people made up. So the fact that she's rambling and mad about that, she's an idiot. You need to read a book. This is what happens when these 4chan dudes get a girlfriend and they start parroting things without actually doing real research. She's talking about how when white people do it, it's racist. When we do it, it's a movement. Empowerment has nothing to do with the degradation of other people, the mistreatment of other people. It's just the empowerment to do better because your group of people, ma'am, have actually made it by design where black people have done significantly worse than they have, either by sabotaging the group, sabotaging our group, eminent domain, locking people up unjustly. I could keep going on and on. Also, she goes on to say that if white people did 1/10 of what we did, we'd be in an uproar. That's actually not true. We wouldn't give a fuck. You guys want to build an all white community. It's not black people that actually brought that shit to light. It was a white reporter. So the fact that people actually putting it on us, yeah, on Twitter there's a few black people, right, speaking against it because we could become acclimated to diversity. But by and large, most black people don't give a shit. You want to make an all white neighborhood or all white community, have at it. Even though your laws actually dictate and the Constitution says that's illegal. Once again, it has no doing by us. That's your government. You got a problem, see white people. She also goes on to say that when they leave the neighborhood, it's called white flight. Once again, that's a term coined by white people, not by black people. Your fight isn't with us. It's always like white people do shit to other white people, and then they pick a grievance with us because for some reason they are scared or fearful of the power structure that actually implemented it. That's not us, maybe. It's white people that did that and coined that phrase. We don't care, once again, when you left the neighborhood. Whenever black people speak about white flight, it's because we speak about it in the sense of the Detroit automotive industry that left Detroit. They took all the jobs, the white people moved away. It caused the remaining black people to stay behind to actually do not so well because of an industry leaving, not because the white people left. And I know there's going to be some people out there that say to them, well, how come you didn't start an industry, automotive industry? Well, because of Jim Crow, redlining, obstruction of employment, the restriction of employment, pay inequalities. I could keep going on because of racism. So I hope that answers that for you. It's one thing to hear this come from a 4chan, red pill, conservative GOP, right-wing dickhead. It's another thing when it comes from white women, because like women in general, I don't care what color of the spectrum they are, they just take a whole bunch of shit for face value and repeat it. That's problematic. Now, don't get me wrong, that's not all women. There are some women that do their due diligence and do their research. By and large, most women don't. But when it comes from a racist white woman, it's coming from a place of just raw emotion. At least I can understand when it comes from a place where white men, they're trying to set a narrative. They're logically and strategically setting the parameters of a narrative that they know isn't true so that they can sway the public's opinion. When it comes from a white woman, it's just raw emotion. And shit just doesn't make sense. It's like bird shit all over the place. So the fact that this woman wants to put a white community forming in Arkansas, in the Ozarks, and wants to expand to Missouri onto black people is beyond me. Now, like I said many times and times again, when it comes to real life, Twitter and TikTok amplify shit. I don't really think this race thing is that much of a problem. I don't think racial tension is that much problem. People need to get the fuck out the house, get some air and breathe. If you sit in the house and scroll and stare on your phone on these social media apps, it'll have you thinking that black people give a fuck about what you're doing when we don't. It'll have you thinking that black people somehow are the evil villains because we want some sort of semblance of diversity and equality in this godforsaken country. Lord forbid we get a leg up, not even a leg over you, just a leg up. Then it's like social media makes that more intensified and amplified than I really think that it actually is. For this woman right here, ma'am, go find a boyfriend, read a book, play with your rose, do something, preoccupy your time. But to be preoccupied to what black people think when we're not really thinking about you at all is actually mind-boggling. In any event, if y'all like this episode, you know what to do, and I'm out. I hope that answers some questions, because I was checking the temperature on Twitter, and there was a lot of people that was agreeing with this stupid shit. And I was just like, wow, there are a lot of ignorant people. And when I say ignorant, I don't mean like you're dumb. I mean a lot of people that just don't know shit and just spew stuff based off of how they feel, not by raw facts. Like, get a life. In any event, ma'am, I hope she sees this. If you didn't actually see her video, her name down at the bottom was Red Docs. So feel free to visit her on TikTok. I don't know if she's on Twitter, but it's Red Docs, REDDXO3. She should be easy to find. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I did a video with her before, spewing some more 4chan dumbness. This woman don't let up. And I thought at first that it was like maybe she was playing, maybe she's doing this for clout. You can see the burning in her eyes. She really mean this shit. She's like a racist that, like, they live by this type of stupidity. I'm not gonna put that on Trump. I'm just gonna say this right here is a classic textbook of white racism. Also, she goes on, I forgot to mention, she also goes to say if white people disappear, black people would have nothing but the results of their decisions. Let me put this into context for people, white and or black. white people and black people commit roughly around the same amount of crime. White people do egregious, degenerate shit just like black people, so do Mexicans and Asians. Nobody's exempt. While we like to act like black people are the bane of America, when we the one of the many sources, if not the source, that holds this godforsaken country up, is beyond me. And ma'am, if you left, we would actually get shit straight. Our neighborhoods wouldn't be sabotaged. The money probably be spent correctly in places where it needs to be spent, as opposed to being hemorrhaged in the industrial war complex industry, or I don't know, corrupt political officials. I'm just saying, we would put, now don't get me wrong, there would be some like politicians black that probably steal some money, but for the most part, schools would be running how they supposed to run. People would have housing equality, because niggas don't believe in having homeless people on the fucking streets just because they job don't cover their damn rent. You got people that have actually like decent jobs, 41, 55, $60,000 a year, and can't afford a fucking apartment. That right there is egregious. Even black politicians don't do that type of stupidity. So yeah, man, if white people disappeared, we actually probably be doing a whole lot better, us and every other people. That's just me. And while she's going out to say it, white people disappeared, man, who the fuck you think be doing the work for y'all? Let's keep it funky. Mexicans be doing the laborious work. Black people do the laborious and middle management and blue collar work, and all y'all do is upper management. I work out as a line cook. I've seen a lot of clear line cooks, and they have fucking meltdowns. And I ain't talking about the women folk. I'm talking about men. Like, realistically, you guys aren't built for this. Every now and again, it's a person of your complexion that comes along and they can rough tough it out, but for the most part, y'all take jobs in management to tell people what the fuck to do and how the fuck to do it. Y'all don't actually do the leg work, so we can stop pretending like white people's out here just doing the leg work. Who the fuck you think is your garbage man? Who the fuck you think mostly be by and large up there on them power lines? If it ain't Sanchez or Jamal, it might be fucking Brad. Every now and again it's a Brad. You know what I'm saying? When you go to construction sites, who you think laying the concrete? It be fucking Hernandez, Julio. Sometimes they throw Jamarquavius out there. It damn sure don't be people that look like you. They be in middle management, sitting in the fucking trailers in the cool. In any event, I'm like Rodney King. I just wish we would just get the fuck along. I really wish people would stay the fuck off of Twitter or TikTok saying the stupid shit. Right? If you don't like a certain group of people, you want to do your thing. I don't even think that you've been invited to that members only area community in Arkansas. So why the fuck you got a dog in the fight is beyond me. I never understand people that have a dog in the fight and it doesn't pertain to them. Hulk Hogan called niggas. That bothered me because I'm black, and he meant it in a racist way. So anybody that looked like me that he encountered, he would treat a certain way. That's problematic. People like you that want to build fucking communities and want to restrict gays, blacks, and minorities, have at it. We don't give a fuck. We ain't nothing but a whole bunch of unseasoned and unrhythmic music out there. Unseasoned food and unrhythmic music. We're not fucking pitching a bitch to be out there with y'all at no time soon. And if we do move to the suburbs, it's not because you're out there. It's because they treat the surrounding terrain a little bit better. Your taxes, you know what I'm saying, and the state budget gets distributed mostly to those areas. Or she's talking about if they left the neighborhood, that when we need clean streets and tax school budgets, like black people don't work. Who you think in the black, according to you, quote unquote, who you think actually is taxes are going to those black schools? It damn sure ain't y'all. So you can cut the shit. I live in Atlanta, one of the blackest cities in America. That money's coming from black workers, not white people. So much so that white people want to break Buckhead in half, but that's another episode for another time. It would behoove you to read a book. In any event, if y'all like this episode, you know what to do, and I'm out.